Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for coming to this fantastic venue we've got here in central Manchester. My name's Eddie O'Sullivan. A little bit about me. I'm 53 years old. Hard to believe, I know. But I live in... that wasn't the bit where you're supposed to laugh. I live in Salford, in Manchester. And I love Manchester. I've made it my home. I've lived there for, 28 years now. And the people in Salford have just started to speak to me, so that's good. So I know that I'm welcome and I can call myself a Salfordian and a Mancunian. I'm proud, as many people here are, to have served in the British Army. I've been a business owner, but I generally make my living in electronic and electrical engineering. So why am I here? I'm here to put forward my case to represent you and the people of central Manchester in Parliament. All of us here, and that includes me, are only an inch away from Parliament. Anybody can stand for it. That includes everybody here. All we need is the right amount of votes. And with your help, I hope we can get those votes. What will I be doing as a Member of Parliament? Well, obviously, I'll be seeking to save us all money and attract business and jobs to our area. I'll campaign and petition to put a stop to unnecessary services, things like translation services. If you or I went to Spain and we needed to speak Spanish, we'd get it off our travel insurance. And certainly if people come here and they want a translator, well, I think they should pay for it. If they haven't got travel insurance, we can sell them travel insurance at their port of entry. If they can't afford it, they might not be able to get in, but that's something different. Because what you have to think about, this is England, and it's not the language of England. Is it not English? Correct. And what about the rest of the civilized world? Australia, America, South Africa? It's the international language of the air. It's not as if people in the rest of the world haven't heard of it before. That money that we can save on that, which amounts to millions of pounds a day, can be better put to other services that everybody needs. Another thing that I really want to, is something that's close to my heart, is all these silly projects that the government and councils dream up and waste millions of pounds on. I don't know if any of you are aware of it. You might be. I only found out today. But it's been Black History Month this month, which is fine. You know, black people have got history. We've got history. Why can't it just be History Month? Why do they have to change it and twist it as if anybody's any different or any more special than anybody else in this country? Because everybody in this country is special. I will expose and oppose the government's policy of uncontrolled mass immigration. And why? Because it is destroying and dividing not only the constituency of central Manchester and not only this city of Greater Manchester, but also this nation of ours, also the great nations of Europe. It's destroying their identity. If we're all British, then let's all be British. And let's all be British so that we can strive to regain the international reputation of excellence in all things that we once held. Help me to ensure that pensioners receive the quality of service, the dignity, and the respect that they deserve. Help me to create an environment in this city that allows children to be out of their parents' sight for more than 2 minutes without the fear that they could be abducted or worse. Housing. I will always put local families first and campaign to abolish the housing bidding system by making sure local people and the men and women who served in our armed forces are always put straight to the top of the list. Yeah. I don't want to see another situation, and I'm sure you know about what I'm talking about, where an Afghani woman with 12 children is living in a £1.5 million mansion in London, and 400 yards up the same road, there's an ex-British soldier living in his car because he can't get housed. Can we have a bit of common sense, please? We, the British, we're a gentle folk. But you mustn't mistake that for weakness. We, the British, we're a proud folk. But don't mistake that pride for conceit. We, the British, we're a determined folk. But don't mistake that determination for stubbornness. And we, the British, are a confident folk. Don't mistake that confidence for arrogance. Don't mistake our courageousness for foolishness. We're polite and we're respectful of others. But only those that deserve that respect. And don't ever mistake that respect that we give to people for fear. Now, Manchester's always been an international city, and that's reflected in the demographic of some parts of the constituency. And people from every continent pass through this city, and some choose to ask us if they can stay. And in some cases, we say, yes, welcome. And it's interesting to find some aspects of foreign cultures being demonstrated in the city. But be under no illusion. Don't be under any illusion that now, or in the future, or if there ever will be, any other dominant culture in this city, this great city of Manchester, this nation of England, or the United Kingdom of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, the only culture that's ever going to be dominant in this country is the British culture. I'm sure you agree. There's a square in Manchester, St Anne's Square. In that square, there's a statue. It's a monument for the South African campaigns of the 19th century. And it's quite a moving piece of sculpture. I don't mean it's actually moving. I mean emotionally moving. And for those of you that haven't seen it, it's two soldiers. One has fallen. He's on his hands and knees. He's still got his face to the enemy, but he's on his hands and knees. The other one is standing over him with his bayonet fixed. That's his mate. And he might fall too. But before he falls, they are not having him. That's what a government should be like. When we fall, the government should be there to help us a little bit, to get us back on our feet. Not to pay us to stay down there, but give us a bit of help, a bit of incentive. They should be there to provide leadership and encouragement. And that government, the only government that's ever going to do that, the only party, the only political party who have the people that are going to stand over you with the bayonet fixed and saying, these are my people and you're not having them, are members of the British National Party, and you're all here today. Right now, when I see that, I swear to God I could cry almost. Because if that is the government standing over him, they're not standing over him to protect him. They're not standing over him to help him or his family in his time of need. They're standing over him to keep him down there so they can pick his pocket. That's what they're doing. If anybody in this constituency, if anybody in this country votes for anything other than the British National Party, if you vote for the Labour Party, if you vote for the Conservative Party, if you vote for the Liberal Democrat Party, if you vote for UKIP, if you vote for the Green Party, if you vote for anybody else, that's why they want you to vote for them. So they can keep you down there and pick your pocket every day. The British National Party don't want to do that. If you're down there, we'll stand over you. We'll help you up. back to your own 2 feet. That's what we'll sit there for. The people that reside in the central Manchester constituency need to be represented by the strong voice of a man of reason and common sense, rather than political correctness. I want to provide that voice, a voice that demands fairness for all. So let's set about improving our city together. Everybody's vote counts. Don't forget to vote. And please, vote for me. Vote for Eddy O'Sullivan. Vote for the British National Party. Thanks for your time.